Hi, this is Brandy Honick. Today we are going to take a look at different web tools to be used for educational purposes. A little bit about web tools. They are websites that help teachers reach more students through technology. Now these tools can provide everything from creating student products to wiki pages for students as well as for teachers to use. The first site that we're going to take a look at is Storybird. Now, Storybird is a visual storytelling platform. So it does allow for multiple different artworks and for you to be able to add stories that go along with the art. Some pros that I found working with this particular site is that it does provide multiple different picture options. So it does give a wide variety and array of different stories that can be created. As far as another good thing that I found that teachers can create accounts for students, it is a free site. Students can sign up on their own, or the teacher can already go ahead and log them in or sign them up so that they have an easy login. It does help create that creative writing. So it helps bring the artwork so students can make those connections and be able to create some very good stories using the information and the pictures that are provided. Some cons that I found with the site is that not all the artwork creates a plot. So you have an option to get a package of pictures together, and within that package it doesn't always allow for an easy plot. Some of the pages, the amount of words, you are limited on how many words per page on some of those, and users are not allowed to add their own artwork. You have to use the artwork that is already on the site. As far as its subject areas, because it is mainly a writing tool, you can really use it in multiple different areas depending on what type of project you would like for your kids to work on. It is really going to be more writing, but it opens it up for multiple different areas. Difficulty-wise, it is very easy to use. It's a lot of click and drag. As far as sharing and collaborating, it is very easy to use on that aspect. Its versatility, it does give multiple options of ways that you can writing for your primary grades all the way to your upper grades by giving some different selections like poetry writing with the pictures, chapter writing, and your classic storybook. So let's take a look at what Storybird allows and gives us. Here we are in Storybird. I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can create and write a story. So we're going to click on Write, and it's going to allow you to look at the different picture options. There's multiple different things that you may look through. You can also do a search to find what kind of artwork you would like. You can preview the artwork to see if it's a story that you would be interested in. This is also a great place to see if the options that they give you, if they allow you to be able to create a story plot with those pictures or not. So we're going to go back and find one that we would like to write a story with. So once you've found the artwork that you would like to choose and use for your story, once you find that, you may click on Use This Art, and it's going to give you some options of different things you may use it with. We have our long chapter book, we have a picture book, or a poem. I'm going to show a classic picture book. It's going to go ahead and show us this is going to be page 1 of our story. It does allow you to do a cover page. If you would like to do that, click on there. You may drag and create different things for your picture book. When you are ready to click in any of the text boxes, you can click and start typing, and it shows you what it would look like. On this site, it does not like you to use last names, and it will prompt you just for safety of students, just to make sure that they use their first names, because you are allowed to share that. Once you are ready and you have decided on your cover page, it'll show you any of these. To add pages, we just click the plus sign, and when you have decided what you want to put on those pages, you may drag and select. Then you have different options of how you would like that picture to be shown You can take a full page. You can drag it and show only partial page as far as how you would like for that picture to be shown on the page. I suggest students to pick out their story plot before they decide to put the words with their story, so they already have a good idea of what they're going to write. They may click in the box and type their story as they go. And when they are ready to share and they are ready to be finished with their story, you have a couple of options that you may choose. You can choose from the menu option that you may invite to collaborate with other people, so that you may share a story with other people or allow them to add or change or even be part of the story. You may publish your story to the site where it will be easy access, and you can save and close. So that is a very easy, I think, very easy to use for students, and that allows them a lot of creativity using the picture and artwork that is provided on the site. The next tool that we are going to take a look at is Big Huge Lab. Now, the purpose of this site, it allows students to upload pictures for no matter what project or which topic they might have. It allows them to upload it to the site, and they create different products with the picture that they have provided. Now, the pros of this is it does have multiple options for many different products that they can use, depending on what the project or what the product is that either you decide as the teacher or something that they are interested in as a way to share that information. It does allow you to download and print or download and save the product that you are creating. Some of the cons on the site is that it does not allow you to preview as you go. It does allow you to preview after you've created the product and go back and edit, but it doesn't have it as a running, changing record so that students are allowed to see that. One of the other things I found as a 5th grade teacher, it does not have spell check. So making sure that before they are ready to print and to publish, may need to make sure that everything as far as grammar and spelling and all of those things are already taken care of. I don't want them to have a beautiful finished product and there be tons of errors with their grammar. Because it does create multiple products, it can be used in all subject areas depending on what you would like for them to use. The cost on this one is it is also free. They do not need an account to click and create. Now, teachers have the ability to go and create accounts for students if they would like to, but you can go to the site and just get started and start creating the product. Versatility, there are tons of different options that they can use this for, different types of products and use for any subject area depending on what they would like to do, and it does allow for many creative options as they go. So let's take a look and see what this has in store for us. Here we are on the site, and you can see all the multiple options of the different products that kids may choose from to display information. On my example, I'm going to choose a magazine cover. So I'm going to click on, and it's going to go ahead and give you some choices. It's going to show you what the preview of what you would like. It does give you the different lines. Now, it is important for you to pay attention to the lines because each line on the image that they show you is going to be connected to what you type in below. Here, it is going to ask you to upload the picture that you would like to use for that. Now, once you have your picture uploaded, this is where you get to change color schemes, decide on exactly, it has multiple options. Depending on what your project is, you can connect your colors to what you would like. Now below, you have choices for font. When you decide your title, easy to click and type in as you go. Now you do have choices as far as color. When you want to change color to certain areas, we click on it and you may choose the color for any different parts. Now, when you feel like you are done and you are ready, you're going to go down to the bottom and click Create, and it's going to show you an image of what your picture is going to look like. At this point, you can always go back and edit to change. If you go there, it's going to take you right back, show you change anything you want to change. When you are ready to share, you may click the share button. Now, when you click the share button, it does give you a couple of choices as far as emailing, Facebook, Flickr, and also you may download it to print, you may download it to share. And it does give you lots of creative options of things you may do. Now, here is my downloaded copy of what I created, so you can use it for multiple different things as you would like. The next one that we are going to look at is Mindemo. Now, Mindemo is where students can create different story mind mappings or think maps that can be presented or shared. Some good things that I found with this site, it does it's a great way to display information, to help link your thoughts together, no matter if it's a story or a timeline or looking at creative writing. Just gives you lots of different choices and options of ways to use that. It is printable, so once you have created a product, you have different things you can do with that, and one of those choices is to share and collaborate or even download and print. Some of the cons through this, it is a free version. It is free access to the site, but with the free version, it does not allow for multiple options as it would with the paid version. Now, you also can't copy and paste from other programs or sites. So if you're copying and pasting text or even copying and pasting photos, it will not allow you to do that in your free version as well as the others. So you may download a picture and upload it to the site into your Mindemo, but as far as it does create a little bit more time needed. Now, with this, it does have lots of versatility as far as being able to use in multiple subject areas that you would want to make a map of any sort, or mind map, thinking map, however you want to connect thoughts or ideas. It is free. You do not, you will need to create an account for it. Each student has to create their own account. It is pretty easy to use. I would say it's much easier to use for the upper grade levels, primary wise. I think once it would need a lot more guidance, but once you're in the upper grades, intermediate to upper grades, I can see it being used for multiple different things. So let's take a look at Mindemo and how this site works. Once you are in Mindemo, I'm going to show you how to create. So click on the Create button. It does give you multiple different options of some already made and different things that you may use and change as you go. It does prompt you to create a title for what you are going to be making. So here we're going to go with the branches of government, and we can choose different ones. For the branches, I'm going to go ahead and choose this one and click Create. Now, it will go ahead and give you a pretty basic outline. Here, you can always go and change color. You can go and add and delete things. And within the box, you can click and type into the box as we go. Okay, and to change colors, just right-click. It does give you font options. It does give you color options, depending on what you would like for yours to look like. Same thing in the background. We may choose a background color and whatever you would like to use to create in your project. I'm going to go ahead and show a different version and different type as well. Here is more of a freeform type of mind map that has been created, that I've created as we go. And within here, you can always go and delete or add. So if we want to add, there's multiple ways. You can add the plus button and to insert a topic. Same thing, you can change color very easily. You can add pictures as you go, making sure that you upload the picture and then have to put it within the document. It is very easy to use, and it does very similar to a lot of other platforms where we can increase our view as well as look out. Now with this, it also provides a presentation mode. So within our presentation mode, you have some choices of different ways that you would like to present and how would you like to play them in that order. So I've already pre-selected. You drag and decide what you want to do at which part within the show. So when you are ready to present, we can press the play button, and as we go, it will highlight different topics depending on how you have that set. So giving that as one way that you can use it to do some presentations or to share. I also like that its versatility. You can do live mind mapping with classes, just many different options that you may choose. One of those things is different ways that you may share this information. So within here, okay, we have a share button. In here, it gives you some options of who you would like to share it with. You may allow people to view, or you may also allow people to edit. So it does have that collaborative, but within a group, if that is how you would like to choose to use it. So a great resource and a great thing to share multiple different things of information, depending on what you would like to use it for, anywhere from writing to a timeline to branches or classifications. My favorite tool that I have shared with you today would have to be Storybird. I love the way that Storybird can be used across multiple grade levels and really getting students to get into their writing with a picture as a prompt, or even creating longer stories. I think it's very easy to use, easy to share. One of the things I really liked about it was that with the collaboration. So depending on how you want to do that, you can share with the teacher as being part of a writer, or even stories between each other, where one can start a story and then next page goes to the next student, so that it really can get them into their writing and create more of that collaborative. It also has an easy way to share and really get kids involved in it. Very easy, and I loved the tool itself. Something definitely kids love to use, and I would highly suggest it. I hope that these are all tools that you found to be useful and helpful, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Here is my wiki page that also has multiple different sources and different sites that I did not show today, but many places that you can look for some good tools. Thank you.